Yes. So today we are diving into this topic that I was telling you about, which is really creating that business from a place of you effortlessly expressing and coming from creative thinking, yes, rather than reactive thinking. Okay, it's you being in alignment, you creating a concept, a business, yes, but which is aligned with very much with your purpose. Yes, when you are understanding the reason of why you want to create a business, what is the essence of your services, what is the purpose of your products, how do you want to impact. Yes, it's not just you very much focusing on the profit. Yes, that actually is here when you are having or coming out from the right mindset, from truth, you see, from creating thinking. So this is really for people that had that vision, that idea, that really wants to impact, that the success is not what you are seeking, but you are really transmitting, or let's say you are expressing that vision, that idea, that product, that service through that concept of mindset. Yes, you, and over the intention, which is the vibration you are carrying in all your words, in all your deeds, in everything that the strategy that comes along with. Yes, but there is a process to understand, to become aware, understand, and then to follow. Yes, and so you really want to operate from that place of truth and in a higher purpose, I guarantee you. Yes, and I was really investing a lot of hours, because I always prepare before I come here, and I always ask guidance. How can I support my community? How can I be in alignment with my purpose? Yes, because I'm also a business owner. You see, I also create. I'm a visionary, so I am a creator. I co-create something greater than the eyes can see. Yes, and I also come from that place of alignment, and I know that I am not just serving here knowledge, I am really serving transformation. You see, this is the intention in why I'm here, the intention why I'm committed, yes, to my community, and how I'm and to be who I know as a business owner. Yes, who am I representing? Yes, so I am carrying an idea, a vision, an idea. I am connected through a purpose. I give an intention, and who I am that higher value. I am representing through my words, through my deeds, the concept of my business and the concept of what I am serving and who I am serving. Yes, so it's really coming from alignment, to understand that our words, our thoughts, our words, our actions have really the power to create not just our reality, our outcome. It has not just the power to create that business that you are carrying within you, that you are probably seeing it already. But this is really the vibration, yes, the vibration that you are expressing, the movement of that idea that you fuse, that now you should bring it into movement, in alignment, through a process of creating, through thinking, not from that reaction thinking. And so when we are very much aware of these, the importance of being as a creator, as a visionary, as a leader, as someone that really is here to serve, to impact, to create a legacy, to bring transformation. It doesn't matter in which form, the form you give, yes, through your products, through your services, yes. This is really key to create that business that have a meaning. It has a meaning. It's not just profit, it's not just numbers, it's not just a number of clients, yes. It's not you focusing too much in the outside. It's not this hustling, yes. It's not fighting. It's not earning the success, but being the success, yes. In a concept, in order and structure. And if you really have that idea, that business idea, but ask yourself, are you acting? Are you acting on the idea that you received? Are you acting on that idea? And if you are not acting, why not? Why are you not acting on that idea? And if you're acting on the idea, are you fighting? Are you fighting to sustain that business that now is a business? Yes. It was an idea first, yes. You create a business, a service. So if you are already acting on the idea and you already started to develop, to bring the energy out, are you creating from that thinking, creative thinking, or are you reacting? Are you having difficulties to sustain your business? Either to start or maybe to sustain or even to level up, to expand. Yes? These are questions for you. If you want to answer, you may drop in the comment, and of course I will read and answer to you. Everyone is here present. And so this is what we are going to talk about, is really to create something meaningful, yeah, and not just for yourself, but to everyone that you really are going to attract through you bringing the movement of that idea, you being very much connected and fused with the idea. When you are coming from that creative thinking, yeah, I guarantee you there is a different outcome. It comes to an outcome that is effortlessly, even if it's really a certain situations that will show up for you in the process of you leveling up. Yeah, it means in the process of you creating a business is really a lot of to be prepared. Yes, a lot of to be prepared and to be very much aware and knowing what you're doing. Yes, and to know what you're doing, you have to you need a certain preparation. Yes, and I can tell you by experience, okay, that I'm going to talk later on, my own experience. And so before we start or to dive deep into this amazing, powerful session, yes, I want to make sure that you really subscribe into my YouTube channel, in which I'm also providing great service, and it's every two times a week at 3 p.m. and I'm really teaching the principles of success by Napoleon Hill, and I'm also giving great tools of reflection, moments of reflection and application, so that you also can apply in your life, giving also my perspective, some examples and how I use it or embody it, better say. And this is for sure something that you want to be, and in this journey, not just here where I'm always coming bi-weekly, always with transformational tools, awareness. And this is exactly my intention, is to awaken that pieces of you, to awake that creative part of you, that because you are, even if you're not aware, you are. If you are aware, so where are you at now, and how you are improving that business, and how are you creating that meaningful business, meaningful life, meaningful health, relationships. We are talking today about a special topic, which is to do with business. Yes, with an idea that you can improve your life, but the life of a lot of people. Yeah, infinite lives, I always say, because we don't have a number to describe it. Yes, we always really looking for to become aware of what is that it's possible for me. This is the mindset actually that we should all have, is about not in that limited place of, okay, already achieve it, and so what's next, is you are always being in that level of being curious, what is possible for me, what is possible, what kind of service I can, how can I expand even greater each and every day in my personality, but also with my services, with my products, and how is that impacting the market. Yes, and believe me, when you are coming from a place of creativity, thinking, then I can assure you that strategy is only 5%. Only 5%. And it comes very much easy, because you will attract the right people, because you're coming from a very higher mindset. Yes, genius, you are a genius. And there's a great potential within each and everyone here present. The question is, so how are you, I just have to jump a bit. Oh my God. So, yes. So I just wanted to to call you to be really that greater personality that is ready to express something unique through a vision, through an idea of a business, of a service, of a product. Okay? So now what I want to tell you is, oh my God, is we going now to talk about, because I was always now saying there is a difference between you reacting and you thinking from a place of creation, yes, and you reacting from a place of habitual thinking, yes. So as there is a difference between these two, when you understand from where you are operating from, then you're already becoming very much aware of your higher faculties, of how you can transmute an idea that you fuse, and you start really to bring that in movement with a certainty, confidence, determination, and nothing really may stop you. Only, of course, when you give up. Yes, when you give up. But this is like you are not believing. You're not believing. When you believe, you can never give up. Yeah, because it's already existing. Yes, it's just now a certain preparation that must be and happen through you. Yes. So reactive thinking is really when we all acting from beliefs, and these beliefs are most of the time, actually all the time, really coming from past experiences. Yes, this is really reacting thinking. And versus creative thinking, on the other hand, is you coming from awareness and alignment, and you being fused with a vision, with an idea that you will express through words, through action. Yes, when you are aligned. Okay? So you see, many of us, and I'm not different, yes, but I'm very much aware. I'm very much aware, okay? But I'm also working on myself. I'm also working always to be greater. And there is a preparation that comes along with, and I cannot jump that. This is not the nature of things. Yes? So most of us, we are operating from the past, from beliefs. Hello, hello. Boubacar Diallo. Hi. Thank you so much for being here. And if you have any questions, you may really want to drop on the comments. Okay, thank you. So most of us, we are really operating from beliefs, that comes from our experience, and this we are talking about our past. Yes, and these beliefs and past experience are old experience. They are built. They were very much, and they are very much memorized in our brain. Yes, in our subconscious mind will detect in the other ways habits. There are habits beliefs, habits, everything that that we were and are being very much coming from. We operate from a certain belief that was planted there through an experience, of course, through informations, and not just from the past. From now, every day we gain a lot of information from outside, and by missing that awareness, we don't have our own ideal. We don't have our own idea in how we want to live our lives and how we want to create that business. We are very much connected with the profit, with the success that business have and should have, and we forget very much to look inside, to start to make the questions that are very important, that are coming from creative thinking, from creating thinking. Yes. And this reaction thinking is really operated from the habits, from the belief, from experience, from whatever is, that you are not very much feeling that that resistance, that you don't feel that uncomfortable, that you don't feel that that's, you feel that security. Yes, this is all coming from reactive thinking, but you're not aware of it probably. Yes. So, but what we want is really, as a visionary, as a creator, as someone that really wants to create, to leave that legacy, that wants to impact, because we are all here to impact. Yes, that's why we are gifted with great mental tools, and we are gifted with spirit, which is really energy. Yes, and someone maybe want to call something else as really an extension of something greater, in which I call God. Yes, and if you really call yourself to be a visionary, if you are calling yourself and you feel the call, you want to lead, to serve, yes, you must really start to create from the future, not from the past. Yes, the past is something that you cannot move. You can learn, but you cannot move. It's already done. It happened. It happened for the right reason. Yes, it happened for the right reason. To elevate you, to bring that conscious awareness. Yes, sometimes it takes a bit time. Yes, but this is a point where, when you're listening me now, you say, okay, I feel the resonance. I want to know more. Yes, I want to go more in the depth. So it's a decision. Yeah, to stop living from that past that will not create nothing. It always create the same. You can do whatever you want. You can really fight. You see, a lot of people fight to have, forgetting that they must really be that business. You see, the business is not a business. The business will be always represented from a team, from the person itself that had that vision. You see, like myself, I gained a vision. Yes, I received a vision because I know I am a visionary. I'm a leader, and I am here to serve. You see, that's why this topic is very much in alignment with who I am. Not just, you see, from the service I want to give outside, this is really for all the visionaries, leaders, people that really want to impact. I am here representing that service myself. Yes? And this is the way it's supposed to be. It's meaningful, it's purposeful, it has an intention. Yes? It has, of course, also challenges. Yes? It has challenges, but today I understand what means a challenge. Yes? For me, challenge is a level up. Yes? Challenge, I always welcome. Because I understand is what is happening. I don't want to go in the depth of it because this will take much more time, you see, but I want really to be very much focused in what I want to present here to you today. So we really want to create from the future, from alignment and not from reaction, not from that habitual way of thinking, not from a habit, not from the limited belief. Yes, not being always seeking, yes, outside, but really seeking within, seeking from within. And this is what I can tell you. Okay, something happened with the Instagram. It's okay. It can happen. So, the other point in this process of you creating your business from that frequency of truth, from alignment, from intention, yes, not hustling, yes, you're not. It's the opposite. You're really creating. I'm telling you. You're really creating, you're creating something that that is much more farther than, as I was telling you in the beginning, all the numbers and you see and wealth. Yes, that it comes with. Understand that it comes with, but really it's more the intention, the alignment, the purpose, all the connection, that this you fusing, you coming from that thinking, creating from an idea, and not so much from the emotion. Yeah, you don't start with the emotion. Yes, you don't start from the emotion. You really start from what is that you really are here in this, you know, in this life. What is you being called to? Yes, this is important. And who are you? From, you know, from that questions, it really starts everything. It doesn't matter if it's from health, you know, if it's relationship, if it's financial freedom, if it's a business, it doesn't matter. Everything connects. Everything is connected. So another point, it's really you start to be the observer. Yes, in the process of you creating your business. It's really very important. It's not you just observing and you know, and you're very much passive. It's really you observing, you are watching, you are very much being very much present and very much aware today. And when you start to observe from a place of alignment, you can truly see where your lower self, it means that place of past experiences, beliefs, yes, that are very much rooted in your subconscious mind, that now are very much in your brain cells, you know, memory, that it gives you the feeling, you see, gives you the feeling to be very much true. Yes. That this is this when you are observing and you're very much present and you're very much aware, you can start to observe if you are coming from an alignment, from a creative thinking, or are you coming from really from that low self, from that reactive thinking that really is hiding your truth and is hiding the true expression of a higher level that is within you, but you have to become aware. Okay? In that state of observing, you move beyond reacting to life and you start really to respond with purpose and clarity. And this is very much important when in the process of you having that idea of a certain business. Yes, as a visionary, as a creator, you have a vision, you have an idea, and you want to follow a certain order so that you can create something meaningful. Yes, and this is the way, is you understanding both way of thinking. That 95% is, of course, when, especially when we are not aware, coming from reacting. Yes, but for that, how you want to know? How you want to know if you are reacting or if you are creating? Yes, you must observe. You must be very much present. Okay. So in that state, you want really to remain, to be very much training, educating your mind, yes? And you want to be in that, to be the observer. You start really to see things much more clear. And another one is really be in alignment. You see, being in alignment, it's really when your inner belief is anchored in truth. What does that mean? Yes, it means when you are very much connected with your purpose, when you know your purpose, when you're clear of purpose. And then you start to express it through words. That pure vibration. Yes, of frequency thought, of that creator thinking, of you creating from thinking, not from an emotion, from reacting. So it's very important, yes, that when you want to create a business, you really understand why, purpose, that you know and understand the intention. This is what you're serving. What is that you are serving, yes? And so you also want to be very much that you can really be aware of where you're operating. Yes, is you also observing very much if you are reacting or if you are responding in the process of you fusing with the idea of a business, being very much aligned. Remain aligned, you see the process, remain aligned and very much centered in the purpose. Yes? And you expressing that truth regardless of emotions that may want to jump, to show up, and regardless of situations, facts. Yes, I was even speaking this week about on YouTube, on my live series in YouTube, in which I was talking about facts. Yes, to really differentiate facts from fiction. Yes, so go and see it, because it's really very much value inside of that teaching that may want to log. Hi Mario, greeting you. Rosanika of South Africa, thank you for being here. So go and watch really this acrobatic thinking, one of the principles of Napoleon Hill teachings, principles of success, in which you also must be really very much aware, is to remain aligned to your truth, and of course aligned with your purpose, intention, set always an intention, and be very much in the process of understanding through awareness, observing you reacting or you responding to life, and of course really remain true to that purpose regardless of emotion and regardless of facts. A fact is only a fact. It don't say too much for me what is happening. Yes, a fact is a fact, of course, but the fact will not have the power when you are aligned and you're very much clear of your vision, your purpose, your intention, why you want to create this business. A fact will not dictate none of who you are, none of your words, none of your actions. Yes, you will not retreat. You will not retreat just because of a fact. Yes, because a fact is not positive and it's not negative. Yes, it just is. Yes, and to understand through awareness and observing, yes, and observing, you will understand if you are really being held up from habits, from a belief, from an experience, a trauma, whatever is happening inside of you, in your subconscious mind. You have to be very much mindful about the emotions that are creating that thought, that is hindering you, that is stopping you to fuse and to be in alignment with your true purpose of you creating this business that is actually here to impact, to serve, to transform, to deliver something that will change the quality of lives. Yes, and what is that? It doesn't matter actually the product itself, it's really the intention and the purpose that will dictate really the success, because you will express it. You will express it, and you are. So it's really you anchoring that belief. And that's why it's important to speak always from alignment and not just from belief. Because what is that you believe? You should speak from alignment, from that creator thinking. Yes? From a creative thinking, not from an emotion. Because an emotion, as I was told you, is a belief. It's a belief, okay? Gathered by an experience. Gathered by an experience. And is controlling all your being when you are not aware. So, it's very important that you really start to understand the emotion, the belief. Are you reacting? Are you coming from a creative thinking? Are you understanding and clear of your purpose? Yes, when you say, I have really a great idea for business and I know I can set myself free financial, but I also can support so many people. So understand, are you clear about that? Because if you're not, start to work first there. Yes? This is the difference between really hustles, people that want the profit, and you see, and of course everyone wants profit. Yes, we want to live good, be financial free. Yes, but this is not the order and the structure in my perspective. That's why I'm here representing that with integrity. Yes, my business is, you see me, you see my business. Okay, if you can read energy, of course. Yes, so I want really that you take a deep breath with me right now. Take through the nose. You breathe in and then high, and then you breathe out through your mouth. You see, when you really want to center yourself, when you really want to connect, to, you know, to go and to quiet your mind, you should really to use breath techniques. It's very important. It really slows down that brain waves. Okay, so you're much more in that relaxed state, especially when you feel, you know, you go a bit and you start to observe where you are at now. You see, if you feel kind of stress and anxiety, and you feel very much pressure, whatever you're feeling that is not of good, it don't feel good. So understand, now you don't react, you start to observe. Why? And before you start to observe, you breathe, you calm down. When you start really to breathe, yes, and you just focus on the way you breathe, and you're going to see to observe. I don't like to see, to observe that your thoughts, yeah, they don't come so fast. They start to accommodate, to be more relaxed. Your body start to relax with that too, and so you really can start to make that questions, that oh my God, to make that questions that really are here to awaken you. This is the way you're supposed to think, through questions. And I want to apologize. I was like here already talking and my microphone was out. It's okay. Everything is just fine. You see, I will find a solution for that. So anyhow, I want you really to be very much centered when you want to become more aware of certain things that you want to create. You start really to take to become more centered through breathing. Yes. So, and when you are very much centered, you start to ask yourself if you are creating from the seed of alignment, which I was already talking about, or are you simply trying to fix the past? Good afternoon. Hello. Steve Fleur. Hi, how are you? Feel welcome. Okay, so after you are being very much centered, you start to ask to yourself, Are you creating from that place of alignment, or are you trying to fix the past? Well, let me tell you, you cannot fix the past, but you can really, with the past, start to understand what that meant, this experience, and how can I be and do different, greater than I did in my past, that I was in my past. Okay? And so with that, I really want to tell you a bit, before I go further, about alignment. To talk a bit more about the alignment, I want to talk about my own experience that I made when I was being, for like 10 years ago, I create a business. You see, I'm going to talk from a place of misalignment, yes? Before I was alignment like I am today, yes? Before I knew better. For 10 years ago, I created really a business. There was a time that I was not knowing, I didn't start my business from the truth that I am telling you, and I didn't know, what is creative thinking and what is purpose, what is intention. I mean, we all working more or less from that place, but we are not remaining. We forget very fast, you see, when we are not using our mental given tools that have, when we do in the right way, when we use it in the right way, and we are understanding how to educate our mind and who we truly are. When we go to that higher consciousness, everything really changed. But in that time, I was also not knowing. I was not aware. So I was in that survival modus, okay? I didn't ask myself why actually I want to create a business, yes? And I joined, I had an idea. In that time, I was, and I'm still is, I am in the personal trainer. I'm a personal trainer in the personal development, growth, expansion, and really serving leaders, you see. And also I express my talents in the healing arts with holistic healing. Okay, I am a business owner, not just in the personal development, but also in the healing arts as a holistic healer, and have another more let's say different purpose also, not just in the healing, but in cooperating with other companies in delivering great service, and so in which I create then a network system, okay, here in Germany. But now in that time, I created now through creating thinking, through understanding my gifts, my talents, through creating a business from that frequency, okay? That frequency of truth, of alignment, of purpose, okay? This time I was still not there, here. Yes, I was I was in the process, but let's say I had really to gain a bit of experience. And so I joined a partnership as a physiotherapist with someone that actually it was not even, I was not just not being clear about my purpose and why I want to create this business, but I also joined somebody which was a friend, somebody that I get very good along, but I was not in that energy. I didn't have the mindset, and we were really different in operation, in the concept of business. Yes, I didn't had really a goal, and I didn't had a direction. So I was really very much misaligned. I was living from that reaction thinking, from that emotion that I was not having control, and I didn't know I could even. And actually, I didn't know what emotions are. Yes, what is fear, what is a doubt, what is pain, what is all these emotions that carry really a habit, that carry a belief, that carry I don't want to say a false concept of me, but in that time it was really something that I need to experience. But today I know I was being taught to think like that. I was being taught to think like that. Yes. So when I was creating that business, I was not aligned. I was not aligned. And to tell you the truth, why I joined with this partnership, I had that partnership, I was really because I was doubting myself. I don't know if I can make this alone. I don't know if I have the resources to support the business. You see, I was always thinking from a different level that I am thinking today. Yes. Yes. And to tell you the truth, all these misaligned had a certain result. It was really already predestinating an outcome because I was not aligned. My thoughts, my emotions, my actions were not aligned. I was reacting to life, not creating from a place of intention, of purpose, of vision. I was creating a business from a place of surviving, of profit. Yes, I was creating a business from that reaction thinking. I was creating that business really from lack. I was my whole system was very much controlled by that emotion. Okay, so I had to struggle, and it really cost me an experience, a really very painful experience, really painful experience. But today I understood, yes, I understand now, you see, that it really shaped me today to be greater. That experience, it shaped me to be greater. It was a wake-up call for me. Yes. So, as you see, everything is fine. Everything is fine when we understand. Now I understand. Now I know. So, and the cost, in the name of it was an emotional cost, and I'm going to tell you how I felt. Yes, it was because it was not aligned, and I was mixing everything. Yes, my personal pain with my business, and actually even affect my health. I allow very much fear. I allow fear. Oh God, wait a minute. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay, I allow fear really and habits and very limited beliefs to rule my choices. I started to make choices from that place of reaction, and you can imagine what happened. Maybe not, but it was a result that in the end I really lost in material ways of saying that, really the custody of my children and my business, bankruptcy. I had to experience that, and I was really, how to say, homeless. Yes, I didn't had a home, and I was really in the mercy of other people. This is the truth, this is my truth. And it's okay, I could not see, of course, my children with that because I didn't have a home. I was living really in a very small room without even a bathroom. I'm telling the truth. I know what it means. You see, walking a life in that place of not knowing better, and in that place of reacting. I know how that means. Yes, from a place creating a life or business or health, it doesn't matter. From a place of without a purpose, without intention. Yes. So this is really what I'm telling you, so truth. It's so much true here inside. And I wanted to bring this today because it may resonate with someone, okay? It may resonate with someone that your past is never who you are, and you always have every day to start new, yes, regardless. But only when you go higher. When you stop to react and you start really to respond to life. When you understand who you are, when you start to create from a place of abundance, when you start to understand how your mind works, yes, when you start to be very much clear about your purpose, about the business you want to create, then you are very much in alignment, and you are living in meaning. And I guarantee your success is inevitably. It's not to stop. You cannot stop that, because you are already translating it through your words, through your deeds, to how you planning, how you are organizing your life, your business. Yes. And with that intention, you dictate your outcome. You dictate your outcome. Yes? And so I really didn't know the why. I was very much being controlled for my emotions, which is habits, belief system. I was confused, and I was stuck. Challenges were happening, and I was like lost. I was lost in that time. Yes, I was lost. I was not seeing. I could not see that this was really, the situation was happening really for me to wake up. I had really to go through that experience, and I am so grateful. You see, I'm very grateful, because this is the process of transformation. If you're not aware, or you are aware, believe me, this is the moment where you through that challenges that were really being there for me to be greater, yes, without that I would not be now here, because this is the truth. Remember one thing, it doesn't matter where you are now, it's important that you understand that whatever it happens in your life, it's always a preparation, and you just have to become very much in that observer, state, observing, understanding, reflecting, reevaluating, making that big questions, and when you're making that big questions, you don't have to force. The answers arrive. They arrive effortlessly. Okay? And that's why it's so important that you are here in this free offering service. And of course, if you want to level up, you may want to book a call with me. I'm really here to deliver you not just the service, it's I delivering you really the keys to for your true transformation. I'm delivering you really through my higher services, that when you are willing really to invest, because it's an investment, I also had to make that investment, and it has to be like that. Yes, it has to be like that. And the thing is, when you are feeling very much the resonance, and if you really want to know more about, just make a guidance call, book a guidance call. You can go to my bio and to go to my website in the bio, and you really can connect. Okay, you are free. And this was really that part of my life. It was really a part of me creating something without knowing why, without a purpose, without a vision. I was really drifting in that time. And what a different it turns to be when I get to connect with this information. What a difference. And I am going now to tell you what happened when and of course it was a process, okay, from my breakdown to my breakthrough, okay. It was a process. It was a certain time between, yes, that I had to go, yes. But once I gain and I connect with this information, yes, when I started to enter the personal development, because I felt the call, okay, through that experience. You see, it was really my awakening call to something greater, and here I am. And so 2021, I really start to be connected with the personal development. I started, as you go to live sessions, and I was going events and seminars, and after a while, and it was not so long, I met a very powerful institution in which I then had a mentorship with a great coach, and when I made that decision, not knowing exactly what I'm doing, I didn't know, but there was something within me that said, like, do it. I was like, the moment was, I don't know, I really don't know how to change all this. I know that I have something special. I don't know what is that, and I already, experienced so much, and actually always the same, although I thought that I was doing something different, and I was, but I was operating from a belief, from a habit, yes. So my results were a bit different, but let's say it was the same outcome. It was the same outcome over and over. And that's why I said it doesn't matter. I went to this to a mentorship, yes, and I was committed. I was committed, and so in that mentorship, I really reconnect with my truth. I really reconnect with my truth. I had to do an inner work first. I had to do an inner work. I had to prepare the soil of my heart. I had to prepare my subconscious mind. I had to understand the greater force that flows of life that flows through me. I had to understand the power of thought. I have to understand that ideas, visions are really plans, and they are really here to be fulfilled, to understand the purpose, why I received this idea, yes? And to act on that idea, even if the emotion is not matching, even if the emotion is not matching, even if it's a doubt, a fear, it's okay. Remember, this is parts of a past existence that you are still carrying with when you are not aware. And so you want to change something in your life and you think you're doing something new, but actually you are repeating the same. It's just a question of time. Yes? It's just a question of time. You're going to see it's the same result. And if it's not the same, exactly the same, it's something that is not extraordinary. Yes? Because when we are not coming from that creative thinking, yes, we are really very much in that survival, in that reaction. And this is not that, for me, in my perspective, and you can reevaluate, you can reflect upon what I'm telling you, because you're free and you have the free will, but reflect upon, yes, in how much truth is here being said. Not with that skepticism, but open mind and reflect upon, okay? So, and when I start really to go, when I took that decision and I went to have that mentorship, I really understood who I am and how much power I have within me. And actually I've been always that personality, but I was not aware. I was putting focus somewhere else, but not in the true essence of my being and my power of manifesting. Yes. And so, and the reason why I'm here, which kind of direction I want to give to my life. Yes. And today I have the opportunity to create a future through my business, through who I am, with my words and my deeds in alignment, in purpose, yes, coming from that vision. Today, I am really creating something or co-creating with something greater, yes? And all it takes is to understand. All it takes is to understand, to join a community, to be surrounded with people that have that greater mindset and they are knowing what they're talking about. And I know what I'm talking about, okay? Because I live both. I was living in misaligned. I know what is struggling. Yes, I created a business and it was successful. Yes. But then came the challenges, and then I was really reacting. I was reacting, and I was not having that purpose. That's why things had to happen the way it happened. It happened. It's just now a past existence, and I had to realize, who is she? Who is she? Yes. I had to realize what happened and why it happened. And now what can I do and express different? Yes. And how can I be greater? Yes. And so everything's really start to gain speed. In 3-4 months, I really create my first business, which I call project. Yes. in the healing arts. This is where I started. 3 months. In the 4 months, I grounded my business. Yes, in which I expand very quickly, whatever that means for you, maybe. Yes, but I was and I'm operating really from a higher frequency, so it's very much meaningful. I know exactly who I am and what I'm serving and why I'm serving and who I'm serving. You see, I am very much aware of the process that is happening while I am growing. Yes, not just my business. My business is growing because I am growing. Yes, my business is expanding and having an impact outside because I am expressing it in alignment with my truth. Okay? And this is creating meaning in life. This is impacting lives. While I am really creating a financial freedom, I am impacting, I am transforming not just me but other people. You see, this is important to become aware, and this is what happened when I started to understand, and now creating again a business, but from a higher frequency of truth, not with reacting regardless facts, but responding and using my mental faculties, yes, to shape it, to shape the highest idea into expression and into outcomes. Yes. And so this is really what happened. And through that experience, I gained so much clarity of what is that I want rather than what is that I don't want. I started to focus on things that I want. You see, that experience was just here to bring me the clarity of what I want and what that means, what that represents for me. So what is the business that you want to create, to ground? Yes? What is that you really want to represent through your business? Because this is what is going to impact and give the meaning. And you overcoming any challenge, any obstacle that may come, and it will. Yes, it will. Without that challenge, without that obstacle, you know that you are again being caught from, or a habit is again holding you. Yes, when you feel that comfort, you are not developing. You are still very much in that box that never existed, but it feels like. Yes. So it was through that alignment that and understanding my truth, that strategy really came naturally to me. It really came naturally to me. And as I'm telling you, it's just 5%. So the ideas flowed and clients came to me. I didn't have to search, nothing. I don't search. Yes. I just have to represent, to speak, you see, to transmute energy into words, yes, into being, through expression, decisions, but always in alignment, from the highest to the lowest. Okay, very much in that in that being very much observing what is happening, very much present, and really not reacting, really responding, really taking time to understand what is happening. But what is happening what? Not outside. Outside you are just, observing what is happening, but you go inside and you ask from within. You ask from within, okay? So, and the truth is that I was aligned. The strategy starts to be very much clear in how, you know, how to organize it, how to express this, who, you know, who could really gain with this idea. Yes. And once I started to be more clear about, I started really that business with 55 euro, and this is my truth, without no saves, and through that clarity, through that intention, through that purpose, and an organized plan, not reacting, not coming from emotions, from fears, from loss that I already gained. You see, I had a trauma inside of me. It took me 6 years to have that courage, although the fear was there, and I said, I go to this mentorship. I take this mentorship. And it was really the key for my freedom. It was really the key for my freedom. So I started really to be that in that alignment, in that truth of who I am and what I'm here to be and to do. And I started to focus on what is that I really want. And then I started to wanting, and I started to express it. I started to live from that vision. Why I'm saying that? Because I fused with it. I fused with it. I fused with the idea. Okay? So it was really not, I understood that it was really not the money that really could stop me as a fact, but it was not really the money that can stop me from being me. And it was not that past experience, that old beliefs of who I, you know, of that personality that was in pain, that was drifting, that would stop me from discovering that greater self that is actually also, it was in that time already there, but was not aware. I needed a certain preparation, yes? So, but today I know better. Today I know better. Today I know that these experiences were here for showing me something, and through the mentorship I started to see what is that. And so when I started to be very much in alignment with my purpose, I don't need more to think about what is tomorrow. I started to be her, to be that higher personality, to be my business, to be that service myself. Yes? Understanding the people that I really want to serve. And this is really creators. This is people that are really ready and committed. Because why? I really don't want to give my service, which is so precious, that is of higher value, to someone. Oh, hello, Ben. Hi, how are you? Thank you for being here. I really don't want to waste my time and waste your time. Yes? It don't have anything to do with the money. It has to do with, I don't want to serve you when you are not committed. I don't want even your money. Yes? What I want is to give you high value of service and know that through this service that I am giving you, I will deliver you the keys to your transformation. And so my service are not to all. You can everyone can have it, but they are not for all. Are just for the ones who really committed, and they are willing to go and do the inner work. And I'm here to guide you, support you, to give you accountability, but I'm not here to walk your purpose. I'm walking my purpose. I'm really walking a path of greatness, I have to tell you. Yes. And so I am just want you to become aware of commitment is everything. Committed is everything. So I am calling to raise everyone, raise to that next level that is real, that you are here really to fulfill. Yes. And if you are really here to walk that greater path that you know you're deserving, yes, then connect. I'm here to serve you, and the only way I can really support you and know if you're ready to take this higher value of service, then I must understand where you at, and I want to hear you say, I'm committed, I'm ready. Yes? And that's why an investment of high value is really, for me, a very much, when you're willing to invest in yourself, you're already saying, you know what you're saying to yourself, and I know and I understand that you're all in, and there is no retreat and there is no going back. Is you burning the bridge. Yes, that's why I don't have to tell you what to do, but if you really are decisive and very much committed, you can really come and really have that conversation. Yes, and of course I have high ticket of service, I have low ticket of service, I have free service. You see, it's everything for I have to know exactly where you're at, because I'm from everyone, but my call is really to guide that person that you are, that is really now just awaiting the right moment, which is now to walk that path of greatness through a certain, if this is an expression of you creating that idea for a business, then should be that business in which you're going to really to impact. Or if it's that person that really has that product and wants to deliver the world and don't know exactly, yes, why and how. I can show you the how. The why, this you have to know for yourself, but I can support